Santos, and I'm going to do the video on measurement. The first one is the rectangle, which the area, I'm trying to find the area, which is the width times the length. So the length is on this one, which I found on my pantry door. I'm gonna go 23.5 for the length, and the width, I will do 8 inches across. Area is the triangle, which is one of the kids' shields that I found. I'm gonna measure the inside as a triangle. It's not completely perfect, but I will measure that as it. The measurement is half times the base times the height. So for the height, I'm going to get 8.5, and then for the base, which we'll use as the top, will be about 6 inches. And then I'm also going to need it for the perimeter, A, B, and C. So we already got the base, so then we're going to do side C, which will give me 9, and side A is also 9. Okay, the next one is the circle, which is an ottoman that I had in my living room, and for the area, it's pi times radius squared. So I'm going to get the diameter, which is all the way across, which is 21, and then I will divide that by half to get my radius. Next is my rectangular solid, which is to get the volume, I'll need the length times the width times the height. So I'll measure the length of 10, the height, well, if I'm looking at this way, the height will be from here to here, which is, I've got 3 1/8, and then for my width, it is measured at 7. The next measurement is my cylinder, which is a sconce I had on the wall. I need to find the radius, so I'm going to go ahead and measure the diameter and then divide that by half, and that'll give me my radius, which is 6 inches. So I will go ahead and divide that, get my radius, and then for the height will be 16 inches. Okay, going back to the rectangle, which was on the pantry door, I measured for the width was 7.5 inches, or if you put it in decimal form, is 7.5 inches, and the length is 23.5, also 23.5 inches. The formula for the area is width times length. Put 7.5 times 23.5 equals the area, and the answer comes up with 176.25 inches squared. Don't forget the inches squared. Formula for perimeter is 2 times the length plus the width, which we have 2 times 7.5 plus 23.5. P equals 2 times 31, which gives us 62 inches. Second, we did the triangle, which was on the sword or the shield, and we have the height as 8.5 inches, and the base was 6 inches. And each side for the triangle, one side was 9 inches, the base was 88.5 inches, and the other side was 9 inches. So for the formula of area is half the base times the height, which gives us 6 times 8.5 divided by 2, which gives us 25.5 inches squared. Don't forget the squared. For perimeter, it's A plus B plus C, which you're just adding up each of the sides, which was 9 plus 8.5 plus 9, and that will give us the perimeter is 26.5 inches. Okay, for circle, I measured the diameter, which was the ottoman top, and that was 21.5 inches. Now, we need the radius, so I'll take 21.5 divided by 2, or 21.5 divided by 2, which will give me 10.75. And for the formula for the area is pi times radius squared. So 3.14 times 10.75 squared, which gives us 362.87 inches squared. And again, don't forget, the squared. For the formula for circumference is 2 times pi times r. So 2 times 3.14 times 10.75 will give you the circumference. And the answer for that is 67.51 inches. And that is for the ottoman top. Next we have the rectangular solid, which was the box that I measured. The length we got was 10 inches, the width was 7, and the height was 3 1/8. And if you want to put that in decimal form, which is 3.125 inches. For the volume, it's the length times the width times the height. So it's 10 times 7 times 3.125, which equals 2.18.75 inches to the cubed. Don't forget the cube since each of them is inches. The surface area formula is 2 times the width times the length plus the height times the length plus the height times the width. So we'll put all those numbers together, which is 2 and then 7 times 8 plus 3.125 times 10 plus 3.125 times 7, which equals the surface area. And if you do those first, as you do in parentheses first, 70 plus 31.25 plus 21.875 times 2, which gives you 2 times 123.125 surface area. So surface area equals 246.25 inches, again, squared. For the cylinder, we used the sconce that was on the wall. And remember, I measured the diameter, which was 6 inches. In order to get the radius, you divide that by 2. Divide the diameter, so 6 divided by 2 is going to give you 3. And that is your radius. And the height is 16 inches. The formula for surface area is 2 times pi times radius times height plus 2 times pi times radius squared. If you plug in all the numbers, you get 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 16 plus 2 times 3.14 times 3 squared. That is squared. And that'll give you the surface area. For the first calculation, it was 301.44 plus 56.52. Add those together, you get 357.96 inches squared. I wanted to add that don't forget to label. My width was 7 inches, and in the previous video it was not there, and I went back to review. So please don't forget to label inches. The width for the rectangular solid was 7 inches. Thank you.